Hello, welcome to my new podcast. This podcast is going to be about a book of crop science in class 12th. So let's read the book, get into it, understand it better, and try to learn something new. Chapter number 1, Cereal Crops. The first one, paddy, also known as rice. Economic uses of paddy. 1. Paddy is most important staple food for major world's population. 2. Murmura, poha, lahi are the commercial important products of rice. 3. Rice grains are used in Hindu rituals and ceremonies. 4. Rice husk is used as cattle feed and rice bran for extracting edible oil. 5. Paddy straw is used as mulching material and manufacture of straw brands. 6. It is used for starching clothes. Importance of cereal crops. 1. Cereal crops are major source of staple food for most of world population. They provide quality fodder for the livestock. They are good source of CHO, protein and starch. They provide raw material for many agro-based food industries. They are adaptive to varied climate and soil conditions. Some cereals gains are important in ritual ceremonies. Paddy gall fly. Paddy gall fly is serious pest of paddy. Nature of damage is maggots attack on base of growing points of plant and produce tubular structure which is covered by silvery coating cells, silvery shoot, etc. The control measures are remove and destroy affected plant parts, dusting or drilling 10% thymate after 10 to 20 days of transplanting. Seed selection and seed treatment in paddy. Select only clean, viable, and healthy seed of notified variety for sowing. Seed should be dipped in 3% brine solution for about 10 minutes. Light seed that floats on surface of water should be removed and discarded for sowing. The bold seed heavy in weight settles at bottom should be collected and washed with clean water then used for sowing. Seed should be treated with corpus fungicide for 10 to 15 minutes. The fungicide required is 40 gram in 10 liters of water. The treated seed should be dried in shade before sowing. The corpus fungicide treatment prevent attack of blast, blight, etc. Wet method for rice cultivation. Number 1. This method of rice cultivation is practiced in an assured rainfall area. Number 2. Rice seeds are soaked in water and kept in gunny bags for 1 to 2 days for sprouting. Number 3. The sprouted seeds are directly broadcasted in puddled feeds. And the fourth, this method popular in area where transplanting of seedlings is difficult and shortage of laborers is prevails. Transplanting of seedlings in rice. Number 1. Paddy seedlings are ready for transplanting at 4 to 5 leaf stage or at height of 11 to 13 centimeters. Seedlings are transplanted within 21 to 30 days after sowing, depending upon the duration of variety. Seedlings are uprooted carefully and transplanted at 2 to 3 numbers in each hill. They should be planted shallow and erect to ensure better tilling. They are planted in lines to have uniform stand of crop. Semi-dry cultivation of rice. Number 1. In this method of rice cultivation, some part of life cycle passes under dry condition and some part in wet condition, hence known as semi-dry cultivation. Number 2. The crop thrives on moisture available in bounded field. 3. The seed is shown on broadcasting in fields. 4. In this method, seedlings are about 20 to 24 centimeters high in the month of July, and at the time the fields are given light plunging with the help of wooden plug termed as bicy. 5. The plants are allowed to grow by giving small doses of nitrogen. 6. This type of cultivation is found in Maharashtra, Orissa, West Bengal, and Assam. Dry method for paddy cultivation. This method is suitable in areas where irrigation facilities are not available and rainfall is inadequate. It is followed in Osmanabad, Latur, and Nanded districts of Maharashtra. The seed is shown after the onset of monsoon, either by drilling or dribbling. Early course type varieties maturing within 100 and 110 days are grown by this method. The land preparation is made by one deep plunging followed by harrowing to get good tilt. Wet nursery of paddy. The paddy seedlings are raised by wet nursery method. The nursery area is plunged frequently, followed by 3 to 4 puddlings. After FYM or compost is added 15 to 25 tons per hectare. The field is divided into small flat bed size of 1 meter width and 1 to 1.5 meters length. The bed is leveled and about 3 to 6 centimeters water is allowed to stand in the bed. Sprouted seeds are used for sowing the seed bed. About 350 kg seed of medium varieties are required to sow nursery area of 1 hectare. This 1 hectare area will provide seedlings for an area about 10 to 12 hectares. When seedlings are 4 to 5 leaf stage, they are ready for transplanting. Basmati 370. 1. It is selection of local basmati type. 2. Duration of plant is 140 to 150 days. 3. Average yield is 30 to 35 quintals prati hectare. 4. It is tall growing variety. 5. Grain is long, cylinder and scented. Advantages of transplanting in paddy crop. 1. The seed rate requirement is less, that is, only 25 to 40 kg per hectare. 2. It allows significant time to prepare the field for planting. 3. Transplanted seedlings develop extended root system which help for full utilization of nutrients from all around. 4. Puddling operation check weed and losses due to weed growth. 5. Timely sowing of crop is possible. Paddy blast. This is fungal disease of paddy. The symptoms are the fungus attacks on aerial parts and at all stages of growth. The spindle shaped sprouts having grey color in center and have brown margin are originated on leaf, panicle, nodes, glooms, etc. Control measures are as follow: use of seeds free from disease, spores, spraying of copper fungicide, carbendazim or bentlate. Let's understand the intensive Japanese method of paddy cultivation. It is the most perfect method of paddy cultivation. The main features of this method are: 1. Prepare seed beds for growing paddy seedlings. 2. Required is less seed rate. 3. Heavy manuring of crop is in the seed bed and in the field. 4. Transplant seedlings in rows in the field, 3 to 4 seedlings in a bunch. 5. Better interculture is possible. And the sixth, it is adopted in the areas of assured water supply. Now let us see the quality aspects of paddy. 1. The quality of rice is judged by whether the grain is fine, medium or bold, raw or parboiled, machine milled or hand pounded. 2. The aroma of cooking and ability of grain to remain separate is considered a good cooking quality. 3. Time for cooking, water absorbed during cooking, and increase in volume on cooking determine the cooking quality. 4. Hand pounded rice is nutritious. 5. Small size fine rice fetches higher prices. Now let's see method for slow release of nitrogenous fertilizers in paddy. 1. Incubation of urea with soil and neem cake. 2. Use of coated urea. 3. Application of supergranules of urea in the root zone of the plant. 4. Putting pellets 10 cm deep in soil nearer to plant roots. And 5th, give nutrition through ammonical form. Now let us see Dobag method of paddy seedlings rising. 1. Dobag method consists of growing seedlings on raised bed. It is useful in area of assured water supply. 2. Raised beds of 1.5 meter wide, 10 to 15 centimeters height and proper length are prepared. 3. Seeds are soaked in water and sprouted seeds are sown on top of polythene sheet at rate of 1 kilogram per meter square. 4. The germination Seed sprinkled with water. 5. Seedlings become 11 to 13 centimeters high in 15 days. 6. Polythene sheets are divided into suitable size and rolled like mat with roots outwards. 7. About 6 to 8 seedlings are placed per hill in main field. 8. This is useful method for rinsing a post-flood rice in Assam and West Bengal. Growing seasons and time of sowing for paddy crop. In autumn season, May and July, May and June are the best time for sowing. In winter season, June and July are the best time for sowing the seeds. In spring season, December and January are the best time for paddy crops. In summer season, February and March are the best time for sowing the paddy crop seeds. Advantages and disadvantages of transplanting of paddy. The advantages are the seed rate required is very less. It allows significant time to prepare the field for planting. The puddling operation checks weeds. And the disadvantages are the labor required is more, which increases cost of cultivation. Late transplanting result in lower yields. Now let us see the puddling of paddy crop. 1. Puddling of land with light wooden plug in standing water is called puddling of paddy crop. 2. The puddle field is leveled. 3. Seedbed preparation for transplanting of seedlings is carried out. 4. About 3 to 6 centimeters high of water is allowed to stand in the field. 5th, 6 tractors of small size with iron wheels may be used for puddling the soil. Now let us briefly study the dry nursery of rinsing paddy seedlings. Number 1. Prepare field by 3 to 5 pluggings followed by harrowings. 2. Raised bed of about 3 into 1 and 1.25 into 0.8 meter size are laid out. The seed rate required is 250 to 400 kilograms prati hectare. That will provide seedlings for transplanting 10 to 12 hectare area. The seedlings are ready for transplanting without extending more time in about 25 days after sowing. Arrange fertilizer application about 10 to 15 kg nitrogen per hectare at the time of sowing of bed. Irrigate beds at the time of uprooting of seedlings. Now let's see the important pests of paddy crop. Paddy gile fly, rice bug, rice hispa, swirling caterpillar, rice leaf hopper, rice stem borer are the 6 important pests of paddy crop. Now let's see characters of high yielding varieties of rice. 1. The plant are narrow, stiff and upright Leaves are dark green. 2. Plants are dwarf, produce more fertile tillers. 3. Particles are compact, more grain. 4. Responsive to fertilizers. Now let's study jowar. The CSH5 variety of jowar. This variety of jowar is hybrid and is formed by crossing MS 2077A with CS 3541. It is tall, growing, cobs are long and compact. The grains are purely white and shining. It is tolerant to shoot fly. It matures in about 110 to 115 days. Another variety is jowar midget fly. The jowar midget fly is an important pest of jowar. Pest infest at flowering stage of crop. The maggots feed on the developing grains. The female insect egg singly into developing florets, resulting partial or complete sterility. This pest can be controlled by spraying of methylene 50 EC after 90% earhead emergence or by adopting zonal sowing method. Now let's study some economic uses of jowar. Jowar is mainly used as staple food. Grains are popped, eaten, and the flour is used for preparation of roti. It is used to manufacture starch and glucose. The stalks of jowar are used as fodder for cattle. Let us look at some varieties of jowar. Swarna variety of jowar. The Swarna variety is improved variety selected from 953924. It is susceptible for sowing in both Kharif and Rabi season. The plants are medium dwarf. The grains are bold, creamy. It matures in 115 to 120 days. It gives yield near about 60 quintal per hectare. Another variety of jowar is CSH1. This hybrid variety of jowar developed by crossing CK60A with IS84 is suitable for Kharif season. The plants are dwarf having height of 120 centimeters. The green color is white. Crop matures of this variety in about 100 days. It is susceptible to shoot fly and mold disease. Let us study some sowing methods for jowar. The most common one is sowing of jowar by furrow method. This method of sowing is rarely followed for Kharif's jowar. When the upper soil surface is dry and lower one is moist, this method is used for Rabi crop sowing. It is followed to secure good germination and proper utilization of moisture from soil. Seed rate for this method is about 10 to 12 kg per hectare. Seed is shown behind the plug. Before sowing, there should be a seed treatment for jowar. The seed treatment include 300 mesh fine sulfur powder. Jowar seed is treated with 300 mesh fine sulfur 6 gram per kg of seed to control the attack of smut disease. The another method is carbofron seed treatment. Seed is treated with carbofron 100 gram per kg of seed to check the attack of shoot fly. Another seed treatment with azactobar is given before sowing 250 gram per 10 kg of seed to increase the atmospheric nitrogen fixation. The drilling method of sowing jowar is adopted in Maharashtra. The seed is drilled with the help of desi drill called wakkar. After drilling, the seed is covered by working a harrow. The normal space kept is 45 centimeter into 15 centimeter. The seed rate required is about 10 to 12 kilograms per hectare. There is a famous Pune method of jowar cultivation. It is also known as dibbling method. In this method, land is leveled and then marked with marker at spacing near about 45 to 75 centimeters. A circle having 20 centimeter diameter is made at each crossing. In each circle, 6 to 8 seeds are sown and covered with moist soil. The seed rate required is about 5 kg per hectare. To have 2 to 3 healthy seedlings at each spot, two thinning at 15 days and 21 days are sowing are made. This method provides optimum space for every plant, hence yield is very high in this method. Jowar shoot fly is a pest of jowar. It attacks in early stages of crop. The nature of damage is the maggots feed by boring into the stem, the seedlings, and causes dead hearts. Shoot fly attack observed mainly seedling stage of crop growth. The control measures to this damage are sowing of crop as early as possible after the onset of monsoon, granular application of 10% forate at the time of sowing. Also, seed treatment with carbofron 50% is helpful. Now let us see some important things about sorghum or jowar. Jowar is a staple food of very large population of India. It can be grown on variety of soil and climatic conditions. It provides raw material to starch alcohol industry. It is drought resistant. This crop grows on very little moisture. It provides good quality fodder. A very famous variety of this crop, the Ashipuri variety. The Ashipuri variety is grain cum fodder variety of jowar. It is mainly suitable for Kharif season. The maturity period is 120 to 125 days. The grain color is milky white and bold. The grain yield is 10 to 15 quintals per hectare. The soil and climatic requirements of jowar are: jowar can be grown on various types of soil. However, clay looms that are well drained and fertile give better growth and yield. This crop can be grown in soil with medium acidity up to pH level of 5.5. It is a tropical crop So it requires optimum temperature of 27 degree to 32 degrees Celsius. The area receiving minimum 350 millimeter rainfall, well distributed throughout season, are good for cultivation. It is drought resistant crop. So naturally it will not be damaged easily to less rainfall. How to lower the striga damage of jowar crop and the control measures of this type of damage are spraying of 2,4-D 1 kilogram in 50 to 500 liters of water for 2 to 3 times at day 15 interval. This will help to control the striga known as thalap is root parasite plant of jowar. It penetrates its hosteria and make connection with root system which suck water and nutrients from host. The affected plant becomes weak and causes severe reduction in yield. There are mainly five methods of sowing the jowar plant: broadcasting, transplanting, drilling, dribbling, sowing in plunge furrow. These are few methods. Transplanting is a popular method of jowar sowing in South India. Seedlings are raised in nursery. Seedlings are transplanted on one side of furrows at 15 centimeter distance. Transplanting is done during rainy day. The important pests of jowar are jowar stem borer, jowar shoot fly, jowar midget fly, army worms, aphids. To control these pests, there are two control measures. Number one, spray 0.3% dimethoate or methaloin. 2. Removal of infested plant parts. Listeners, today we have learned about jowar and paddy crops of crop science class 12th. Tomorrow we are going to learn about bajra, maize, finger millet, which is also known as nachni or ragi, proso millet, which is also known as wari, foxtail millet, which is also famously known as Italian millet, and kudo millet, which is also known as kodra. I humbly request to all the learners or listeners of this podcast to watch the next episode as soon as this episode ends, if possible.